This is what we're making today, and yes, I use Infusible Ink. I cannot wait to show you how to do it. Hello everyone, and welcome to Crafting with Delonda. It's me again, Delonda, and thank you so much for joining me today. Yes, you heard me right. We are looking at another project using Infusible Ink. I love this stuff, you guys. Hopefully you do too, because I cannot wait to share this quick and easy tutorial with you. At the end of this video, if you find it helpful, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, and turning on the bell for notifications, because I do upload new content every single week. Now, without further ado, let's look quickly at the materials and dive right in to Cricut Design Space. The materials that I'm using for this project include my Cricut Explore Air 2. I'm using one of these two colors of Cricut Infusible Ink, butcher paper, a green standard grip mat, a 16 by 16 pillow insert, a 16 by 16 pillow cover. This has the sequin on the outside. It's only on one side of the pillow cover. They come in a 3-pack from Amazon. I'm also using my 15 by 15 HTV Ront auto heat press, and the image that I'm using can be found in Cricut Design Space. Let's head over to the computer. I am in Cricut Design Space, and the first thing I'm going to do is a search for breast cancer awareness files. When the files open up, please make a note that any file that has a green A in the top left corner are free to use for Cricut Access members. However, if you are not a Cricut Access member, you can still use the file. However, it will come with an additional fee. I'm going to add the file to my canvas, and I am going to resize the file to make sure that the height and width do not exceed 11.5 by 11.5. The reason why I'm doing that is because I do not want to be prompted to use a 12 by 24 inch mat. Once I have the file size just the way that I want it, I clicked Make It. Now I'm on the Prepare screen. I am going to make sure to mirror the image, because with Infusible Ink, your image has to be mirrored. Once I mirror the image, I am going to click Continue. When my material options come up, I am going to select Infusible Ink Transfer Sheet with the default pressure. Everything I'll do from here will be back on the camera. When you open the box of Infusible Ink, you will notice that it will be packaged in a black bag that is sealed. I'm going to remove the Infusible Ink from the bag, and you will see that there are 2 sheets in this package. Inside the packaging, there's also sheets of butcher paper. Feel free to use those or use other butcher paper that you have on hand. I'm going to place this other sheet back in the package. I'm going to quickly go over the sheet of Infusible Ink with my brayer just to make sure that it is flat and secured to the mat. And then I'm going to place the mat in the machine with the Infusible Ink face up. Cricut will cut the Infusible Ink. Before removing your sheet of Infusible Ink from the machine, make sure that the image actually cut all the way through. Infusible Ink is a little bit different to work with because you do all of the weeding with your hands. As you are weeding, remember to remove all of the Infusible Ink from the middle of the letters. Now this is what your finished product should look like. My heat press is heating up to 385 degrees Fahrenheit. Now it's time to prepare the pillow cover. Here's a true story. I used to get sequins and rhinestones mixed up. True story. I wish I was joking. With this pillow cover, you'll have to decide if you want the zipper to be at the top or on the side, or where you want to place the pillow inside. What I'm going to do here while the heat press is heating up is I'm going to prepare the pillow cover by making sure that all of the sequins are facing the same direction. I'll do that by carefully brushing them over to make sure they're all facing the same direction. I'll do just a generic brush with my hands. I'll also just start to move them individually as I see they are flipped over. So this is something I would highly suggest you take your time and make sure that all of your sequins are facing the exact same direction after you've decided where you want the zipper to go. Now let's move over to the heat press. The heat press is ready. It is set for 385 degrees Fahrenheit. I am going to do a double check to make sure all of the sequins are facing the right direction. And I'm going to do a 5-second pre-press on the pillow cover. Now it's time to press the design. Remember to be cautious about where you have the design and make sure that it's facing the right direction. Right here, you can see I have it facing left at first, and then I realized that I wanted the ribbon to be facing up according to where the zipper is. So I've changed the direction, and then I'm going to place a couple of pieces of Cricut heat resistant tape on top to make sure that I don't get any ghosting and that my image does not shift while it's on the pillow cover. After I'm sure my image has been taped down properly, I placed a piece of butcher paper on top to protect my heat plate, and I am going to press this on 385 degrees for 40 seconds. Now I'm putting on my heat resistant gloves because I'm sure the sequins will be hot, and I'm already celebrating because I'm so excited about how it looks. So I'm going to remove the pillow cover from the heat press and bring it over to peel it and reveal it. Look how beautiful this is. You already know I'm saying how much I love it. Look at that. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love it already. So this is the finished product, and what am I going to say? I love it. I'm going to say I love it, and hopefully you do too. If you did find this helpful, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, and turning on the bell for notifications, because I do upload new content every single week. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for watching. Bye.